promo at Mama the Semenina, I have a UTV promo cassia, so send and so. Sekasie you bet me a show up for 10 times. So UTV Ghana, Sasson be Pimo channel 360. DSTV so bet me a share Eddie free the mano with few months that I can see. And come to make to sweet. This way chocolate drink a real mouse and ice no so you know. So this way gumina numu na bogu bo unya pie be boss of the now the Masada. Ebebre best point 7 and loss the best assurance I will honor mama for sick as some and insurance won't send me na could dine warm. You too I dated salt and chinepa and I meet me a come for Ediamo Enwa any you too I dated salt also and a special ice mineral water since so man kwa dear and energia bujun so papa pie no one special ice mineral water kasie and some who do a edimu akotene ebi ene. Dom kuma warm Rashebe Jomobano Denny Honorable Alexander Fenyoma Kensabre wodi ato adwase ye share eye dunso levy ya eye energy sector levy no enimonimu ya ban enyi emfi ho na omanfo nyina akomu enhare wo mo so na eye Ghana Education Service wo mo dia betu dwase eniji samaba esanse aban atwa sika botene ato ho no ma chechefo ayafo ma na anu yi wo mo ekọ mo office wo no mkoye picketing no sika wo honto so bian kana kuma Anthony wo mo de hyehye egu akwam a ye betua wo mo ka mo magi wo mo sika sa so na abepie mu ewo mayera ewo ga north ohene wo ho no mo ene o manfo sa be die o mutu ajejo pa wo so mo kwan no enyenyenyenyenye ejo mo sa ban se wo mra na wo meye wo mo emwa wei ene nsem kaye kan wo na mo somfo abenachi boache me de ba bedam se premo kasia fikasia no enchiremu dom kuma ba no deni honorable Alexander Fenyoma Ken na sabre wodi ato aban enim se enimonimu ya eyiputupuru so aban no emra meyi eye dumso levy no emfri honomo wo say aban yi esese wokọ esene sede watwe asensen no na wo beyi fri honomo kra wo famra kwan so na wo beyi dumso levy wo kiremu a wo se aban no se odone manfo na ne manfo da na koma so na watu ne ho se wo ahobrasie mu ni ebuo mu se wo besom eye Ghana fo dia ene ne ho abehia pa se dumso levy no yi free hono mo se nei se wo hye eye fan wo wadwaman so a ne bo no ekosoro enti wo to ne nsa e de afre eye ye foto samfo eye osoafo hye sikasem so sa so ene osoafo hye ye nyinam ensem so se wo momra na se de omusi efa mra kwan so ba mra hye bedwam ebeje sa dumso levy ni tum no mo sanfa sa kwan so na ntentem so a wo mu emfa mra kwan so wo mu enyi free hono mo kra.
Ghanaians were disappointed. We, the minority here, expressed our dissent and our disagreement and eventually rejected that bill which imposes 4 cedi 50 pesos per gallon of petrol. Mr. Speaker, later when they saw the backlash, they claimed that they are suspending. Mr. Speaker, the right thing to do is to repeal the law. We cannot trust the executive discretion because, Mr. Speaker, the way they introduce it at night, they can reintroduce it at night. If they want Ghanaians to take them serious, we are the people's representatives. Come here and eat a humble pie. Come and eat a humble pie. This is democracy. You can't win it every day. Just come, Mr. Speaker, just come and repeal the law. Mr. Speaker, this is a very short meeting. This meeting is a short meeting, and we are going to have a long break. You go to your constituency, they ask you about 1 job 3 shifts. Why is it not coming? How would you answer? You go to your constituency, they ask you about the 24-hour economy. How would you answer? You go to your constituency, they ask you, why has the 1D, 1F been cancelled? How would you answer? Mr. Speaker, giving us an update would help us make an informed decision. So we don't want Mr. President to just talk, but we want him to involve Parliament. so that we'll be able to reach out to our people. Mr. Speaker, on that score, I want Honorable Minister to take this matter on board and come back with an appropriate response to the fact that these two ministers are going to be programmed.
The argument that was used to back the levy was that the levy will be enforced to the extent that the levy will not lead to an increase in the ex-pump price of petroleum products. That was the condition under which this side of the House accepted the levy. If implementing the levy will lead to an increase in the price of petroleum products, we will not allow that. By that time, petroleum prices were coming down, and government thought to harvest the benefits, some of the benefits, in order to deal with the energy sector financing challenges. So when global circumstances change the environment of the pricing of petroleum products, and the implementation of the levy will lead to an increase in the price, that goes against the arguments that informed the passage of the levy. And since this is a house, this is a side that keeps its promise, the promise not to do anything that will increase the price of petroleum products, and implementing the levy will cause an increase in the price of petroleum products. So on the basis of that, we have halted it. And when the circumstances change and there is the possibility of benefiting or harvesting the benefits for Ghanaians to solve the energy sector, we can go back to it. So this is a government that keeps its promises, and we promise not to increase prices, and we will do whatever it takes to keep prices as low as possible.
Abusofo yetwa eye kase no so na Ghana Education Service de krata bia pia bontene ye anu yie a wode ma ya chechefo a ya fomo enche bia na wo mo echiremu a wo mo se wo mo akatua bosumi duni emaye sanso eno mo staff ID enso so emaye ntie no nam so emo mo kopie mu enrajo ewo Ghana Education Service wo mo headquarters na wo mo ye picketing ni nyina ye cheso mo gina ho no mo fa ye sika maye mo fa ye ID emaye na no eno wo kire mu se ye fa wo mo September afi etwa mu no September 2024 no mo hye mo dwuma ase na Ghana Education Service de krata ye pia bontene se wo mo esre wo mo ti wo mo hawase wo mo ti wo mo ya wase pa na wo mo ni wo mo nyina na edi sa ya wo na mmom anije sem ne se wo mo de hyehye yegwa kwa mu ade wo mo de abeto wo mo anim na de wo makoma so wo maso mu twepa wo mo hye eye adwuma gidigidi pa se de be ya sa ensem yo mo de abeda wo mo no mbeso ano na wo mo sika sem na akamu no so no wo mo de aba no wo nkyiremu wo mo nkyiremu nyina ne se wo mo ewo eye financial clearance de entie mo sika no emaye no na eno no expire eye afi etwa mu no 31st December 2024 na afei na wo mo ye nhyehyeye ama Ministry of Finance ede foforo aba na afei wo mo ede wo mo sika no so na ni gisem ne se wo mo kan si so se aban abra wo mo ko ready budget no wo mo ebo eye sika botin bi eda ho no ma wo mo de betua wo mo kantie no nko ade wo mo eni ha wa afei so wo se kire mu se wo mo ewo technical committee a wo mo ne sa achechefo yi a wo mo yefo mo adwuma ache bosumi du wo mo tie mo se wo makatua emaye wo mo nyina aka bomu a wo mo eye adwuma bomu se de be ya sikasem no nimu ye no so no wo mo ebetimi atua ede ama wo mo enti wo mo nka wo makoma entu me na fe wo mo se kan susu se wo mo yi wo mo nipa kuo bi a wo mo ye nsianamu ma wo mo ne eye education wo mo adwuma yefo no ebeboma ye adwuma na wo mo sere wo mo se memma wo mo enkase ne ya sesa no ochena ya sesa no eba ne sa na entimi ma adwuma no enko wano na emom susu no ebio di ama adwuma no so asan ache ne se wo mo eye staff yi a wo mo eba ye yi wo mo be hye wo mo adwuma ase no eno na sa wo mo clearance financial clearance no atwemu anti afei no mo san ye nhyehyɛ nti do mo beto ye no nti mo sere so mo nka wo makoma ento wo mo yam na wo masan nhyehyɛ bi wo masan ye ne se wo mo enipa be se 50,000 and omu promotion adverts na wono mo a ebinum kompo de be mfie du akini a ye promote wo mo no wo mo sen eyeye san hyehye ni nyina na ye san a promote wo mo wo se ebinum kompo kwa akoye eye deputy director nti wo mo no etwen nti nei no wo mo ye hyehye ye wo promotion ni nyina ebeba no obi bia nso esanka wo makoma ento wo mo yem na ba bi wo mo beda wo mo dua ni wo mo bedi kyese wo mo wefe nyina eda wo mo akoma so pa wo mo hye aye enhyehye ama saa bre wo mo aketua no nso so no ebeba nti we ye adesredi a wo de to wo manim ene hyehye nso a eye Ghana Education Service wo mo eye nti we ne krata wo mo de apie abontene ye to akase no so a ono bo muntaka saa bre wo de atodwa se ne ye hye eye dumje adwuma iko na ne yo hye ye se eje bia tie si ha sei eje bia tie si ha sei enhyehye anase hwehwemu aba betodwa se so ate eye 2.3% no se eye ye hye 2024 a first quarter no eja hyehye a ekoso na ewe animu yie pa ene 2025 enso so no eja hyehye ekọ animu ekọ ba ye na ewe animu 2313 eja hyehye na nei no eso ate aba 2261 na eja hyehye ekoso wo se weye nkunimdi a ehwe yie pa a enei ni se nyina ye ka ye ho ebomu a ye betimi akọ enimu anya de senesa se de be ye hyehye no eso ebete current wo sere se obi bia ma ye nka ye nyina ye hummom ni ntimi ni so nkonim ebio wo se ne wo hye prank calls na obi ono afeji dumje adwumako ni ana eja to ha ometuka people mbekwakodu ono na nokure bia sa enim wo se nkane no na ye 192,545 prank calls nko a enei na 2024 enei no 2025 yaba 131,862 no se we say no ade a edon so etaso ewo soro enti wo se manfo nyina sese dumje adwuma eko no betimi akọ animu ama ntentem so na omatimi adumje a eye mene wo si ye bejai eye sabi nipa bonesem a ye se ye frɛ na nso so no ejanto baabia no ye nte so.
Fire safety can no longer be treated as a matter of choice as a distant concern. Each passing day affirms the urgency of fire prevention in every aspect of our lives. Recent fire outbreaks, particularly in our market, have raised serious concerns about our collective preparedness and commitment to safety. The devastation caused by this fire leaves us no option but to adopt a proactive and preventive approach to fire safety. I must say, to have over 2,000 fire incidents across the country in just 3 months, that's a quarter, is something that is alarming and requires that all of us put our effort behind the wheel to ensure that we work at this to reduce this incident. Even though this represents a reduction of about 52 incidents, that is about 2.3% decrease, which speaks to the impact of intensified public safety education campaigns. Moreover, the service achieved a remarkable 31.52% reduction in prank calls from 192,545 in 2024 to 131,862 in the first quarter of 2025. This, I must say, even though it's a reduction, is equally alarming that over 130,000 calls, false calls, calling fire service when there's no fire, is something that all of us need to work at, because for over 100,000 or 131,000 in just 3 months shows that we're having an average of over 30,000, over 40,000 every month calls that do not warrant the move of Ghana Fire Service. This, even though the reduction is positive, the trend reflects the growing public awareness of fire safety and responsible use of emergency service. Thanks to the Ghana National Fire Service sustained media campaign, school outreach programs, and community engagement efforts. Let us all remain committed to upholding responsible fire safety practice and continue supporting effort to eliminate prank calls so that our emergency services are available to those who genuinely need them.
Ebi wo ho na obi ho akire na nkasa a opeso offer fire. But once the prank call has engaged the line, no, enya ade a call no be true. And I know so no sometimes no false alarms no emwa prank calls no emwa nti eno de ye be sere say amanfo be twa so amai. My fire service adwuma no is a calling to make sacrifices for others. Until the me work at home, no say, or who say, or more about journey fire service, and I just it's a sacrifice. Until they should learn to be concerned about the needs and of the populace. Making sure say they should always be there for the Ghanaian people. Yes, we are there to rescue. We are there to respond to emergency. BRA ebeba.
Sabre kwa kopiemu ewo kwansra womo akache Ghana Tourism Authority na sabre womo apau afi dwumedie eho entemaye Pan African Festival of Arts and Culture uchaniti aka na Panafest no wosesa dwumedie wode esi ho no se nei se wo hwe bibire mu hase ya bibi manfo nyina ye nyina ekeka ye ho abomu na amayonkofa eda ye nyina ye ntem no etimi akosuru ye na fe etimi asesa ya dwensofa ya mamre ene ya mane na yetimi asue bibi afrimoni asomu ye.
The 2025 edition of Panafest is not just a continuation of a cherished tradition. It's a reawakening of a global cultural mission. Since its inception in 1992, Panafest has created a unique space for artistic expression, historical reflection, and diaspora connection. It reminds us of the transformative power of culture in shaping minds, forging solidarity, and healing ancestral wounds. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the joint celebration of Panafest and emancipation are deeply embedded in the soul of the Black Star experience. Together, they serve as an emotional entry point for diasporans seeking to reconnect with the land of their ancestors, provides platforms for cultural diplomacy, enabling collaborations among global artists, thinkers, creatives, and artists. It creates spaces for healing and dialogue, confronting historical injustices while envisioning a redefined African identity, and ultimately provides the gateways to economic transformation.
To officially welcome you to the media launch of the Panafest Emancipation 2025. This occasion marks the formal unveiling of a festival that is not only one of Ghana's most iconic cultural celebrations, but also a global convergence of memory, identity, resistance, and artistic resilience. This year's Panafest is to resonate deeply with the soul of both the indigents and the diaspora, and with the urgent need for a united African voice. A voice that does not only remember, but speaks, heals, creates, and reclaims. In alignment with Ghana's broader national reset agenda, Panafest 2025 will also highlight the role of culture, heritage, tourism as a catalyst for national transformation.
The theme is Let Us Speak of Reparative Justice, Pan-African Artistic Activism. And the reason why we are using this theme is that Panafest is basically an arts and culture activity, and we want to make sure that we recognize what our people, our musicians, our actors, our painters, and other kinds of artists have done for the world. There is no popular music in this world that has not been influenced by us. And we have to reclaim that. We have to claim what we have done.
Yegusua ejina Ghana Tourism Authority womo akache na sabe womo ne the African American Association of Ghana womo ahye dwumadie bi ase a womo edi na wo friend Juneteenth na osesa eyesa Juneteenth celebration no ade a wo yedi editia enkwasom a ekoso ewa America maimu na ye kasa mienu June ena 19th ena wakabom na we say ni de edikan a wodi ewo man Ghana hase
sisi anu Juneteenth akwakoye afibia de a wonom eye ede ekasa efafa hodi ensem wane nyina no ebibi man America fo wonom egiye ede free enkwasum ene ochiremu se na African Americans fo beburu be 250,000 na wonom ewo enkwasum sabre no free June bosome da na etoso dunkno ewase apema hankno ni aduosia enum June 19th 1865 enti we no womo sha hofa a eye afofida ewo US mino emu na womo ekasa edefa akwahodo so a ene ebibiman America fo wono ebri womo jani eye sede bi wono enkonkwaso ene nka ebi beti womo atopum sense wono ebekwakwakwohye eye enkwasum saa ne de womo aye ngrutu dwuma kora aburo womo adwene entiase so ebi nso womo dam na duafie nyina no womo prefer hodi edema wono eho enti vice president a woda dwumadie ya no eye Owura Morris Chitam kasa no no wo kiremu se we no womo ehya hofa na afi womo de akasa de afa eye abakwasem ho a ne nyina no esan so kasa de fa abibiman ho ekwan ofa so a womo ka se da bi womo de womo konkwohye enkwasomase o womo be bibibia de ajefa ho de ama wono ho enti wo sha se the boy center eno womo kofa mu 37 military hospital eno womo ko wie mu ewo Jubilee House eno de wono de ne kurakura no betintim so ewo Accra Tourist Information Center what the ensem etu eja.
So for 2 years they were kept in bondage until they found out in 1865 when the Union soldiers came in and let them know that they were free. So that's why we're celebrating this today. We're celebrating our culture, our history, our tradition, which is your tradition, which is our tradition. Foundation of the black community, we're in the black community. But the community is also integrating with Ghanaians and making a difference. Several of us run community organizations that give back. I can't even name. We have a group in the Volta who just built a school. They're launching out June 27th. We have African STEM Academy. I have a STEM Academy where I work with youth in Mount Proby Basic Forest School. We have Patricia Wilkins, who has been here for almost 20 years, who's in Choco, who has Basics International. So the foundation of what we do as members is give back to the community. We want to interact with more Ghanaians. It's not just about African Americans. Our history is your history. You have to understand that right now in America, our history is being erased. Slavery is being erased. It's literally being taken out the books. So if we don't talk about this, if we don't discuss. My grandmother lives in Mount Proby. I give back to that neighborhood. So we want to talk to you. We want more Ghanaians here.
Ghana Tourism Authority, any African American Association of Ghana, and Edi Jumasui, yeah, partners to the event. Na Mosha Juneteenth no, Jumedie Bia, Yenyan mo muwa manone, especially the US. Dabia ye siho da womuji enslavement of Africans, enslavement of Africans. Womuche mukra, ema womunya womufa hodi. Na womunya womufa hodi. Bibi kesiye ema African Americans ewo US. Enunti na eneno Ghana nso ye share efei ene Juneteenth. June and 19. That is June 19th. June and 19 in the event of Juneteenth. Yeah, the June no and 19th na 10th no edi ashemu enti binya mo bisaya ne kwan so ano no enti enne no ye ni African Americans and HFA ye hwa in our promotion and marketing of Ghana no African American market no one of the biggest market mo hwa ye tourism reporter etwagu bebre na no from 2019 Eddie Bana African Americans and one of the biggest chunk a wo ba oman ni mo na wo ba oman ni mo nso a enye se wo ba keke wo ye so much involved in your events and activities. Ebi oha ebi create miko be schools, ebi ko be boreholes, ebi ko be educational facilities. Nyama bebre and na womo ye. It is womo di Juneteenth. Not just say Ghana Tourism Authority. E was a yenso ye di ehu echiemu na ye support you na ye promote na womo nso na womo nyawo mu say ye ni omo na edi dwumai.
Yet waka se no so asabre honorable Dr. Yao Osei Educhum ashe na probo ase wono anso enesan ye mahebedwani emane manfo mo wo bosomtwe na sabre die wakopie mu ewo asante mantam mu na Ashanti Second Hand Clothes Sellers Association and I can say Bruni Wawu for association a war Asante Mountain Mono more Ekasesi Abredi wo agitwi ene trede a wo nyina bodom pem a wo etai honorable yaw osei educhum echi se wonko nasa akensi a wo kose wo pese otu franka edema New Patriotic Party said de be ya fe edi yenimu 2028 wo bekwa ko gina me ato ne so aba se omampanyin no wo support nyina etanechi
na wotwe mu ena Dr. Yaw Osei Educhum a ye mrahye bedwani edema eye bosomtwe constituency wa Santemantem mrebi so atwam so na ono ena ye soafo hwe eye engumasua so oye se MPP ebie kwan to se obi obetu franka no ombefa ne forma eye ade a ono so aye krado se obefa eno obepie mu ewo kumase wa Santemantem adwadifo ni bi omo a omo tombro ni wawu mekire eye Second Hand Clothing Association omo atimi ahia omo ekire se eye ade a omo so di omo hu say ombeboa Dr. Osei Educhum efise obeye enwumasua esuafo no adwumadi a otimi eboye no obon ho modin pa enti omu susu se MPP for etimi eyi no se onto frank amfama party no 2028 general elections na ebetimi aboye pa
Honorable Educhum no kwasemuni oni no mampani a dada yi no krama abra ha hye no odisika dupuduo ababua yan ama ende yawo baabi ayete etie nyina nyanka bom na yanto aba no ma Honorable Educhum na omedi yeso na ono de opanka bom wode nka bom bebam yaka Honorable Educhum na wu na oya former education minister wono na ogina nyankopon ya adoma efie na yedi anim kwa de aka ho biem na ono begina madaroma ani die kwa so sasante man ne Ghana man ya befa yanto ma pa friendly yantuama abama obia owonim die na ojiri nipa ho
emra nanado epese obedi omampani wo Ghana no ohun se opese di free education ba na free education so no hwan na beboa na obetima aye ama education aba to tutu nani a ohun se edi kind do napo ana ba ye ana obeye na vice eji owie no say yi napo no ode edu say ya odutwum ba ye wo ba ye so humodi mo obeye ye ame ehun say free education o mani gina so eme nkola no wo mo ebe ko school ensa no dwuma mpo na ya mede enti delegate for no ya sramo mo nto ba no wo say ya odutwum no wo mra no wo dwiri nipa ho no wo nsa me ye free education ma ye
na Honorable Osei ya Educhum die minini kakra fa ebra nanado fa no ma obeye education deputy minister na modern man no oboni nyina na ohwa na nipa no nyina hu se papa no nimdie no eso enti bigili ye say 4 years no kwa wie nanado sesa ma ode no ba substantive minister na eno kwasam se oba ye nso no obeye adwuma pa efa TVET ene STEM eni ade nyina tum se ni modern man wo so eni ntino hwa bigili ye say delegate etu abama no no be president ya obeboa o man ye san say nimdie no ekosoro enti say delegate nyina say ye nyina nta na chi na onti maboa na Ghana economy ne ye school sam enti mkwana nyim
ye talk say no so Honorable Aquinas Stewia Kwansa enkane wono ena na ye Central Regional Minister saso ena obipi mo mfanseman so wa ye mrahye bedwani wo ho no mo epen ena ne wode abaso bokese ko ede ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se emfie bosumi nsiani a wobagina anaso wobetena mu se Ghana mampanyini wo se wabone ho modern pa woni UTV News etwetwe nkomo ena Honorable Tewia Kwansa echire mu se nei se wo hwe se de Ghana yesika sem city a na chese yesika sem na fa na ntoma pa efra woso he says ni esi di na esi enya hoden ama wokọ edwemu aneema bonso asan kofoma ni nyina eya dansidi e kire se Ghana fo enya enuhu so wo moto aba edema NDC ama yoko na afen so no wo mo ensan enya mfonso so se wo mo san eto aba se omampanyini John Dramani Mahama wo ma medi oman yi anim
ne twin sister efim nti ode yen at least ye nyina nanto a chere no ode bone chiri dom na se bibia koye nti se hu ye wa ha ɔyɛ dasibɛ n'ekyiri dɔm nti na ɛwɔ ha. So far so good. I mean in nyɛma a ɔyɛ de atutu payment me bɔ mpae dɛ ɔnkɔdo dama na ɔnkɔdo dama dza Ghanaians will see that they didn't make a mistake by bringing the NDC back to power because in nyɛma baby anyɛma retutu kɔn sɛ abɔnsɛm bi a yɛfa no amba firim na sɛ nyɛma no kɔm wosumɔre kɔ no a megye di dɛ ɛmi na wo nyinaa yɛnu yɛn ho dɛ yɛto aba yɛde ma NDC first no sɛ mekɔ fail me tank a menyim sika mutua ata se ɛna secondly so those times you know say maybe me back credit na or them make us $100 menyim most man $1 no wɔde gyem atma ɛna say me import bibi ba na ɔde mu kotua duty na menyim most man $1 no no dem nyɛ me ba simple baby awedu sisi ai sɛ yɛ kɔdo dama mechi dey dem eku small car bi hu a obese dey 400,000 in can you know go be $7,000 I say but this year say what dey mo enyim there definitely you are
enkane MMDCs ni bi ensoso asori akase tia de course so eye enra binom se wo mo de anase MMDCs no makoma 220 e de wo mo support nyina ama Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wo mo akase tia se entwe yie na UTV News ene enkane DC o wa seneman so akroso Owura Alex Inkum etwetwe nkomo ene wo kire mu se ewom se eye bibia toto yie a flag bearer hopeful Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ono wo mo ehia ye etwetwe nkomo de nemom memo mo endane no nkase endorsement so wo mo de wo mo omuta na chi so wo mo de wo support nyina ama no opanyini SI echire mu se sa eniema ye course a ne colleagues ni bi MMDCs ni bi ye no ade a entwe yie kura wosesa wo hye wo mo mpese emfonso bi a esi ye emire bi atwam no ebese ye sibiem eneye a wo hwe panyini bi o se me de me support ama we me de me support wo se eno ene de enchichemu eba party no nti we se ade a entwe yie
face no it's not about sabi obi a me penasem ana obi a no ho fe nti esa me support no ni obi wi ni power man nti ekohia honorable Ken ono so o chance say all other candidates eba no ono no betime wi ni fine and they call honorable Brian so chain baby ofi ebe party stalwart wasum party adiabua party no ono so chair say afei opese ono so ebe 2 franc no ono ye kasa fine okosu ye kama obia ni wa or issue statement be say ya endorse no from MMDCs and then they buy honorable vice president ni akasa kama wa che ne wa ye nti o se yan san fa ne nkobiu yeti yan say eni onu be time bi agina ba bi say omo MMDC for nyina about 260 or so former MMDC for nyina I endorse your former vice president for the impending February contest. And no who say aye if you say edin papa mu baba your front sadie we am 2024 where regional chairman regional executives MPs declare openly in support of one candidate or the other am wayen in case e disua de na former MMDC for ya sabi your party ya ban you met me aka say ya ban hwe ye and obi anim asma me kanya secret obi anim enti embra ya bafia ya ka ho abomu a ye party ye organization for the next election na say yen a sabi sisi a no ese mom ni etimi kuta party na grassroots ye no mkasa na the unity of the party no esamba back na etimi win 2028 no ya san start yes you start 2024 there ya yes ade no open declaration because I say ye nyina na ye oba bi fakon enti honorable can say crowd they were messiah 2024 Messiah because if you say MMDC for there we told the line but this time around as I see you do suko election na you call results e buy no near friend to sabi previous election then you call wrong no you me say who say efi
and to them amunu no okan no at no point na abade yentina se yenkyere obribi in the form of endorsement for candidate A, B, or C. And yengina baby also yen them discussion no. So because as people see me as the acting secretary of the team, people are asking, solo na them declaration of what are we seeing? What are we seeing? Now, is that what you people are doing? Meanwhile, before God and man, everybody is aware we haven't written any such thing, and so it comes as a surprise. Now I am here because we have struggled so much to put ourselves together to start something like this, and now we are getting the recognition. So to come with such things is likely to break our front.
Ashanti Regional Police Command sabre omachini pa ensie bia wosusu se omoye armed robbers a womatete womanfo omo Kumase empesua so pa ewo Asante Mantemu.
Asante Mantema police for mechire Asante Regional Police Command akeka omo a omotimi aye operations a enipa ensia omonsa so omo kwan omo fa so edidi amanfo ntente ewo bank ahodo so obi e de car ekọ bank na okwa akoji sika na omo edi ntente so pie every bank no mu se sika na etana na eso a na omu di nachi ebinim edi motorbike a omo aya banks ahodo pi e na wo Kumase ewo Asante Mantema enipa ni bia koyi sika no so enso nkrofo etimi di nipa na chi sa okopake car na the master key anaso metima de ade bia bo no mo yiska na eno na Asante Mantema police for etimi achi enipa ensia na emu ensia no miensa a omudin epiem no nyina aye Nigeria for Rosel Ekansi ono owe emfie aduonu enkron 29 years. Francis Friday ono ewo eye 49 years eye emfie aduanan enkron ena fe eye Linus Agwazi a wono so eye emfie aduonum baako 51 years a miensa na aka de a police for eye nhwemu a wo mantimi amfa omudi na anto Asante Mantema police sahene eye DCOP Jimanuate Kujo o kire nsem num sei
emie tie mu na aboniyefo bi ejuma omudi an se uko bank eko yi usika na omudi wechi o parki o ka wo baby pe na omo buka neni na omo yi usika Africa no sa udisem akoso starting from 15th November 2024 na debia ye hu se omudi ka mienu ene di sa adwuma no Toyota Highlander mienu omudi sa adwuma na ye tata on and on Thursday 19th June memrantie a omo PID omo ejiro omo pa na omo arresti nipa miensa Rosel Ekansi awo mfi 29 Francis Friday 49 Any Linus Agwazi 51 yabisa omunum nsemo omujitu mu se omodi se adwuma ewo Kumase mpotemu a omo identify nkrofobia omune mu ye se adwuma no bi ebinoni Cosmas Madu Abuchuku eno ezuchuku CJ Didi ani Lele na nhwehwemu kakra ya no ye hu se din eye Didi ye bota ni se sankrofo na mudi se adwuma nyina no ebemi ayani na ye make sure some ye tu omwase enti ye ne ye police for work greater Accra so di nkita ho na omumwaye because omo decide adwuma no so ewo greater Accra region lebo me mountain abasupa say ebasa no obia yire ne ho na ye adwuma in a collaborated effort to bring these people to book. Let's say timemufo say obi wo information efasa cases in one monstro omra police for name regional command na ɔmfa saa information bɛma yɛn ɔde ma yɛn nso a yɛhyɛ bɔ sɛ ɛbɛtu anamɔ ɛmɛki sure sɛ yɛn metropolis ɛne Ghana fa no nyinaa no ɛyɛ safe.
District Health Promotion Officer Ewatiwa Owura Kwaku Bedu ena sabodi atudwa se wo hwe se de emprewanyinsɛn esi ma ne hom so ene enemu yare a potoka semeka sexually transmitted diseases ekoso a yemfa ni nyina nkonkɔhye galamse eniema anase galamse ya yetu ewo sampotemu honom ni nyina ka ho ena ema emprewanyinsɛn ne sa enemu yare ekosoro sa nti we se hu behia pa se enimanimu ya mpanfo betu anamom ne yetimi etu eye galamse yifo nyina ase afri ho
Ohempopra wo achempame eye berima okutu danso a wotoso mienu Ohempopra de nsa mutu dwa no no wode afutu ekode ama abatan so omomo mani enku omoma maaya ho titiru sede ebe ya won mo da achensem no so be yefe no omunya se wo mo chi omo de omoma aware entem no wose ni nyina ne nyansunsu aso bone won mo asuansem so afen so enya wo asuansem so nko a da ache ensem nyina no eye ade a won mo ebotu gude masa emaye na wo kire mu se wo bia no a ye che wo se wo ye ye sa niama no sunsun